Florges and Sylveon being pretty popular fairy types, and Goodra, having to evolve it at a high level, and specifically in the rain, I see being pretty annoying for people. Onto 7th gen, the most popular Alola starter is obviously Rowlet, giving us Decidueye. The next most likely Pokemon is definitely Lycanroc. It's a popular Alola Pokemon that was advertised quite a bit, and in Ultra Sun and Moon was an early event for us to get the Dusk form, so Lycanroc is a given. Next up we have both the regional bird and the regional bug of the game. Vikavolt and Toucannon were overall mentioned a lot, so I had to add them. Salazzle was easily the most popular fire type, and despite the gender ratio being possibly quite difficult for players to evolve their Salandit, it was still one of the most dimensioned Pokemon, so also made the list. And the last Pokemon was a bit of a toss-up, but the most popular final pick ended up being Kommo-o, not only the pseudo-legend of the game, but was also advertised as our first dragon fighting type, so it made sense that people would have waited to eventually have one on their team. And that is our completed Alola team. Some Pokemon that just missed out on the list was Mimikyu. If there was a 7th spot, it would have definitely gone to Mimikyu. Alolan Raichu being the most popular Alolan form for sure. Golisopod, that would have probably have made the list if Vikavolt wasn't so popular. Munsdale was also a popular choice, but just missed out. And both the box legends. They were picked a lot for the final slot, but of course lost to Kommo-o. For Sword and Shield, Scorbunny was the clear starter favourite, giving us Cinderace for the team, the most voted.
Let's just take a moment to look at this ad here. Queen's Blade, y'all tripping, bro. I watched Queen's Blade before, but I don't talk about it. And you gonna put an ad on my screen?
The Galar Pokemon by quite a margin was Corviknight. It's the regional bird, you can get it pretty early on, and I mean, look at it. No wonder it's one of the most popular bird Pokemon ever at this point. Toxtricity was also an obvious pick. It's one of the most popular Gen 8 Pokemon.
Bro, is that Ray Schmurd? I can't even say his name, bro. That girl was a real crowd pleaser. Bro, that's what they look like, bro. They look like rappers. Let's go.
Pokemon for sure, with 2 forms for people to choose from. Next up is Grimmsnarl. Impidimp was a very popular Pokemon in the advertisements of the game, so it would make sense that Grimmsnarl would be more popular, even more so than its psychic counterpart. Dragapult is one of the most popular pseudo-legends. Usually pseudos don't end up on the team, given how late they're available in the game, and usually takes a lot of levels to evolve. But given Dragapult's amazing typing, design, and the amount of people who picked it, makes sense that it was on most people's team. And the last Pokemon on the team is Dreadnought. A bit less popular than the other picks, but was still picked quite a lot. Most likely made popular from the advertisements, since it was one of the first Gen 8 Pokemon we saw. And here is the team for Galar. The runners-up were Boltund, losing out to Toxtricity, Hatterene, losing out to Grimmsnarl, Centiskorch and Coalossal, losing out to Cinderace, and Obstagoon. I'm sure people were excited to see Linoon's new evolution in action.
Dude, no lie, that is a cool evolution, bro. But Sword and Shield got some real legit looking Pokemon on there. Like, they had some really nice looking Pokemon, bro. Like they went hard with the everything, like with the artwork, with like, look at that, bro. Look at that.
It was between Obstagoon and Dreadnought, but I think sharing the dark typing with Grimmsnarl meant that most of the time it wouldn't be on the same team, so barely just got cut.
He's silly.
Legends Arceus was probably the hardest Pokemon game to calculate in terms of the most common team, given the variety of generations we had to pick from, but I still got a really good idea. Cyndaquil was the most popular starter according to my starter polls, making Hisuian Typhlosion our first pick. Hisuian Zoroark was one of the first Pokemon I thought was going to make the list. Zoroark is pretty difficult to find, and shares the ghost typing with Typhlosion, but given how popular it is, it made the most sense to also have on the list. Another Pokemon that was very popular was Luxray. Not surprising, especially how early you can get Shinx in the game, and was overall one of, if not the most voted Pokemon. Along with Zoroark, the other most popular Hisuian form was Goodra. Goomy is pretty easy to find in the game, as well as there being an alpha Hisuian Sliggoo that we can come across. Next is Ursaluna. I think people were really happy to see that Ursaring got an evolution, so it made sense that it also made the team. And the 6th pick is Cleavar. Scyther you can get really early in the game, and Cleaver was advertised as Scyther's new evolution, so definitely understand that people wanted to use one. And that is the team that I believe was the most used for Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Bro, my team in this game is like all over the place. I only have 2 Pokemon on here. I have the Boom Fire type and the Luxray, right? Typhlosion and Luxray. Other than that, bro, I have like completely different team, bro. I got a Togekiss, yup. I got a Garchomp, yes. I have, who else, honestly? I got a lot of Pokemon. I have the Octillery. It's like the octopus Pokemon, but the alpha version, like where he's like super giant. And then I have a Star Raptor, I believe. I want to say I got a Star Raptor. I might be lying. No, it's something else, but I can't think of it right now. It's pretty cool.
Yes. Other popular Pokemon was Staraptor, being available super early in the game. Wordeer was also mentioned for fixing Stantler. Hisuian Arcanine,
That's cool.
losing out to Typhlosion. Sneasler, being a cool alternative to Weavile. And Garchomp,
Yeah.
for obvious reasons.
Garchomp, the Shark Dragon.
Finally, the most used Scarlet and Violet team. This one was pretty hard to decide on, because it went one of 2 ways. The starter was between Skeledirge and Meowscarada, with Skeledirge being more popular overall. However, Ceruledge was also one of the most popular Pokemon, and I don't think a lot of people had both Skeledirge and Ceruledge on the same team, given that they share both the same types. So in the end, I decided to go with Skeledirge. As popular as Ceruledge is, it is a version exclusive, even if Violet version was more popular than Scarlet version. And some people didn't even know how to evolve Charge Cadet without looking it up. So we're going the Skeledirge route. The next team member is Clodsire. You can get Paldean Wooper pretty early in the game, and of course people wanted to see what it looked like, and loved what it became. Probably one of the most popular Gen 9 Pokemon. Another extremely popular Pokemon, and probably the most voted, was Tinkaton. This was a no-brainer. I think everyone would agree. Tinkaton is arguably the most...
That is a little kid holding a death hammer. I don't feel comfortable, bro, because kids just be impulsive as heck, bro. To see that Pokemon kid being able to swing that, bro, that's some tsundere stuff, bro, where they're just like, not in love, it's just the part where this is like, I'm just gonna start breaking stuff. Oh yeah, hammer time, boom, boom, boom. Bro, no.
most used Pokemon in the game, no question. Next is Kilowattrel. The regional bird is usually popular on most teams. You don't find Wattrel at the very beginning of the game, but it is still a pretty easy find. One Pokemon that was surprisingly popular was Garganacl, however you say it. I didn't expect it to be nearly as popular as it was, but apparently a lot of people had it on their team, so no arguments there. And the 6th member is Baxcalibur. I was pretty skeptical on this, since Frigibax isn't the easiest Pokemon to find, and evolves a bit late. But given that you can technically find it early depending on the route you take, and the amount of people that said that Baxcalibur was their final team member, including myself, it was picked way more than other choices. So, this is the team for Scarlet and Violet. However, the team could have also looked like this, given how popular Ceruledge was, with Meowscarada as the starter. So either works, but the Skeledirge team is probably the most popular. A Pokemon that just missed out was Pawmot. It was quite a popular choice, but ultimately lost out to Kilowattrel. And those are what I have picked for the most used teams for each Pokemon game. Do you agree with my picks? If not, let me know if you think I missed something out. And if you did enjoy, please do leave a like, as it does help the video out. Subscribe for more Pokemon videos.
That was a pretty cool video. Personally, my team was looking very different from almost all of those teams. I only had like 1 or like 2 Pokemon in common, you know. But that was a really cool video. I'm not gonna lie, like it was really fun to watch, just to like see what most of the other people actually like picked and stuff. Because I'm not like most people. Like I didn't pick many of those Pokemon, like at all. Like I picked Electros in Black and White too, because it was like poison and electric, and it levitated. It was just like, whoa, that was super cool. And then I forget the other one, but I said it earlier in the video anyway. But Yeah, man, that was a cool video, y'all. Sorry, my nose is just all over the place. This stuff I'm eating ain't helping. But yeah, bro. Man, thank y'all for pulling up, bro. All right, peace out.